Hey guys, Paul from Action Phoenix. It is First Reactions, and today, Ready Player One. And the big question, because so much pop culture references and so many things are going on in this movie, did it suck? Because it could have. It didn't. This movie, for me, is hands down the most fun I've had at a theater in 2018. There's so much to go through and so many little tiny things that they did right and that they did flawlessly, in my opinion. Even things like having like Cara Theobald voice Tracer, who actually is Tracer in Overwatch. Like, even little tiny things like that, they got right. This movie is amazing. I'm a person. I will preface this saying that I am a person that has not read the books. So, from what I have heard from people that have watched the movie and have also read the books, that this is somewhat a dumbed down interpretation of the book. Unfortunately, you're never going to get a perfect. You're never going to get a perfect transition, because that's not how books and movies are. They're not really something that you can handle. This was just great, though. It was so much fun. For those who don't know what it is, basically, it is a quest to keep a greedy corporation from taking over something that a lot of people have fallen in love with. And this movie hit home for me because I used to play MMOs for a lot of years, and anybody who has spent any kind of time, anything over like a year or so playing an MMO, for me it was Ultima Online for 4+ years of your life. It kind of disappears into the game, and you almost create this secondary life for yourself. This movie really hit home for me, and there was a lot of care taken to make sure it didn't feel exploitive towards gamers. And this was just so well done. The music was amazing. You would have to see this movie 20 times to catch all the pop culture references, because there's so many of them. Coming down to the Back to the Future car, Akira's bike, all the things that Steven Spielberg did right down to the sounds of punches when he hits things felt very Indiana Jones. There was something for absolutely everybody, but for those who are in like my age bracket, the Zennials, I guess is the new word now. For those people who grew up in the 80s and actually played Atari and ColecoVision and the original Nintendos and everything like that, this movie is going to tug at every heartstring you have. Not to say that millennials aren't going to be able to get a lot of value out of this movie, but man, it's right along Stranger Things and all these. Oh, it's just, there's so much that went right that it's very hard to even find what went wrong. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes. So anytime you have 2 hours and 20 minutes, you're going to find those spots where they probably could have been cut out or anything like that. But I'm not going to shit all over this movie. This movie was amazing. I was excited to see it, but at the same time, I was worried because, like I said, with all these pop culture references, it is very easy to just be a just a one joke after another and not really have a movie at the end of it. But I was so pleasantly surprised with how well this came out. I can't wait. I want to see it again. I'm probably going to see it 3 or 4 times because, like I said, there's so many references in this movie that you can see this movie 10 times. I'm probably going to end up buying it just to see if I can find all the little things. Visually, this movie's amazing. Musically, they pulled all your heartstrings with the 70s and 80s music, but even the stuff that wasn't just your basic movie rehashes, Alan Silvestri did a superb job when there was background music to just shine. This is something everybody should go see. Everyone, like, it is hands down one of in my opinion, one of the best movies of 2018. I understand it's still March, but outside of maybe Infinity Wars, I don't see a movie rivaling this as being something that's been so anticipated for, or whatever. This movie was done beautifully, and it's something you should be saying. I'm not going to go into the plot because there's too many things that can be spoiled just by touching too many of the pop culture references that are really entwined into the movie. That's another thing I loved, is that they weren't just throwaway lines. Yes, there probably were a bunch of them, but a lot of it actually fell into the tapestry of the movie, and it was so worthwhile to go see. This is something you see it as many times as you can before somebody spoils anything for you. Do yourselves a favor, especially this holiday weekend. Go see this movie. This is a special movie, and is something you should definitely be watching. But that's it, guys. Sorry we couldn't do last week with Pacific Rim, but Toby ruins everything. We had no power, we had no internet and everything like that, so there was no way that I could even watch a movie and then review it and then be able to put it up. It just wasn't going to be able to happen. So next movie will probably be Infinity Wars, unless there's something that pops up in there, because I know there's so many things going on right now that there's too many movies to watch, and that's a great thing to have, and I'm looking forward to it. But again, guys, don't forget to, if there's anything that we're missing, make sure you hit us up in the comments. If there's anything that you think we should be reviewing, if there's anything, also don't go crazy into spoiler territory in the comments and everything like that. This is a movie that everybody should be able to watch without having it ruined for them. But don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, share it with yourselves. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell, because apparently YouTube now is kind of going crazy with their algorithm, and it's starting to feel a little bit more like Instagram as far as like what you see and what you don't see. So hitting that bell and then checking that little mark that say you want all updates is the only way that you're going to see absolutely everything that we go on here, unless you're on our page almost on a daily basis, and then the algorithm will choose to let you see what we have going on. But hitting that bell is the only way that you're going to be able to see everything, all the content that we have coming up. And it's a lot of it. There's a lot of great content, and we're hoping we're along for the ride. Again, guys, Paul from Action Phoenix's first reactions. This movie did not suck. You need to watch Ready Player One, and we'll see you guys at the movies next time.